So again, they're playing in the 80% warpless style. They're going to have to clear all 8 worlds except one thing. Everything is randomized all over the place. Apparently not, based on World 1 being first. What is this?
Fred.
It's just even randomized. So, although it doesn't seem like it, the first 7 worlds they encounter, the world maps are randomized. So we don't know where we're going to see worlds 1 through 7's maps. However, the levels on the stages themselves will be chosen from the level pools. All the numerical levels, the sand levels, pyramid levels, any level that basically does not unlock a lock is on one level pool. All the fortresses, all those airship levels, except for the first tank level, are all shuffled, as well as the castles and the power-ups they're going to get, and the mushroom houses, and the matching game. And of course, Terrelin knows how important those matching spade game can be, right?
Absolutely, it can give you extra clouds, extra hammers. Just because the cards say you might be getting something, the randomizer may decide you're getting something else entirely.
Indeed, and you're going to see in this randomizer how, if you're not familiar with this, one interesting note that is not like the vanilla game is that hammers become very, very critical to this completing this run quickly, because hammers by default in vanilla can break the boulders, the rocks on the maps, but in the randomizer during the group stages, hammers can also break locks on the map. So typically you have a castle or a fortress or something that will basically break that lock. But now, having those locks can break those and allow you to skip, pretty heavy portions of the world. In fact, if you got a couple of them in the clouds, you can almost skip the entire world altogether. All depending on when you get them, what world the orders are going to be showing in. So it should be quite fun here.
So we have a little divergence here, or maybe Mitch is just that far ahead at this point. He's in 2-3 while HUmanMustard is in 5 Fortress 1.
Yep. Mitch started his time a little bit late, so there, you see a little deviation there. And of course, one thing you'll interesting to see is that enemies will be randomized all over the place. There are again some instances where enemies are not randomized, just to make sure that we can still clear the level. For instance, where Mitch is right now, we want to make sure we always have a turtle or some kind of kickable shell there to make sure we don't get ourselves stuck at the end of the level. But yeah, man.
Even though the level does have a P-switch available, getting to it in time is tricky for a more novice player. And who's to say you can even fly up to get to it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and of course, speaking of randomized, one thing I note is that since this game is randomized, you may have very unexpected deaths, or possibly you may take an intentional death just to change your routing up. So you'll see right now, HUmanMustard deciding to bail out of the quad or the triple star there. Again, lives can be critical here. We have had numerous racers so far who have game over, unfortunately. Just to challenging levels and whatnot. So the last thing you want to do is game over, especially on a lengthy world, and have to backtrack through, the same stages again, especially if there's no locks that you break, en route.
Yeah, especially like yesterday, I think it was, the 2-1 Boss Bass Fest.
Oh boy, that was fun. That was like 5 minutes of just brutality for those players. They just were getting wrecked, and it was unfortunate. You had really tough enemies. The Goombas dropping the babies. You can't jump, and Boss Bass chasing you. And you can expect to see stuff like that from time to time. Some levels have some pretty tough enemy spawns, that's for sure. But you see right now, auto scrolls are removed, and we can just go through these airships so fast now. We don't have to worry about any scrolling, and I like it like that a whole lot more better than normally. Of course, you also see that the HP is now randomized, and potentially the things can stun lock you. Mitch going for the off-screen kill, wand grab, trying to save frames. It'll warp him straight to the bottom if he is in the right position.
Yep, he was.
Yep. Again, really easy when you have the ability to fly there. Mitch should be shocking us with a wall jump from time to time. And, hammer versus fire there.
Yeah, I worry about using that hammer suit that early, but you gotta do what you gotta do in this.
Yeah, you know, you can always, again, hammers can pop up randomly just like any other item. So, again, you could get a hammer suit from any location that will give you an inventory item, you know, be it a brothers fight or the matching game or the prize for completing the level. You just don't know where you're going to get one at. So, but obviously, you want to kind of either have that or preferably, you know, maybe a fire suit for Bowser, whichever will work. You know, hammers a much quicker kill.
Yeah, I think each hammer hits him multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Indeed they do. And, of course, you never know how it's going to happen here. Again, right now, of course, the second world they're in, as you can see on Mitch's screen, is World 5, our sky level. And, of course, there is one lock on that level on the upper path. So they're able to get a hammer. The question is, do they use it there and skip, you know, 3 stages? Do they save it for a later world, you know, for a more, you know, maybe a better chance at it, especially if they have 2 hammers. But again, we don't know how the RNG can go. And then you can have coin ships on the levels. Of course, coin ships are a guaranteed item, just like a hammer brother. Of course, you have to fight 2 boomerang brothers at the end, most likely.
Alright, so HUmanMustard is now getting into 7-7. Looks like Mitch is in 8-2, and oh my god, there's a boss pass.
Now, if you notice, Boss Bass can actually take flight here. Boss Bass can actually go up and down. Boss Bass actually spawns based on your Y position, your vertical position in the level. So you gotta be a little careful on levels like that. They're kind of vertical in nature, like you saw him trying to get through 8-2 there. Couldn't go to Sand of Shame there. That would have been the Sand Fest, and dodging those boomerangs. And
that cloud's gonna be pretty valuable.
Yes, clouds and hammers are like your desired items for sure. And Mitch on his favorite level, and apparently he's a little frustrated he doesn't have his swag hammer. If you all watch Mitch stream, you all know he makes this level look so pretty with his hammer stress. And oh boy, pixels were nice there. It didn't take contact damage from that boomerang brother. Again, all the brothers are randomized. No matter where you encounter them, be them in the level or on the world map. So anytime you have a brothers encounter, we could have fire, boomerang, the sledge/sumo brothers, or our default hammer brothers there, or fire, should I say? So Mustard gotta watch out for that aerial Boss Bass. Oh well.
And 8-2 isn't exactly the easiest level to try to navigate for a newer player, even without a boss bass threatening you the whole way.
Indeed. So again, we have seen, for some reason, it seems like every race has, oh boy, the bonk. A little too much speed there, gotta go slow. We seem to have 742, just way too much. I think almost every single race so far has had 742 somewhere.
Yeah, we do have the lost levels shuffled in, but that doesn't help with the fortresses, I don't believe, because none of them have a boom boom at the end or control a lock.
Yeah. So again, you'll see them in, oh man, Boss Bass, HUmanMustard, man, to get down the Sand of Shame without getting nommed up.
I don't think Boss Bass could have ate him through the sand, which is pretty interesting to know for future races.
Yeah, you just gotta get that timing there. But HUmanMustard getting through 8-2. Yeah, we need to have maximum Boss Bass here. So Mitch picking up that hammer suit, again, a very common level to pick up the hammer suit and to try to maintain as much as you can. Again, the hammer is very, very deadly weapon to enemies. Of course, they cannot kill Koopa kids. Interesting enough. They can kill Bowser, but not his kids. How does that work?
They do one-shot boom booms, though.
Yep. Boom Booms and Bowser, cool. Kids, nah. In fact, you can't kill them, even them with a star, except for Boom Boom. And based on based on power-up blocks being random as well, not the giant power-up blocks, but the standard ones like you see HUmanMustard just getting, you can get anything there. Everything basically except your Frog, Tanuki, and Hammer Suit.
Yeah, Mitch is just flying through these levels. A couple minutes ago, I saw him hit the end card game, but it looked like he was just feeling it out. He may feel he can get by without it.
Yeah. So again, Mitch getting through this stage here. Again, not having to worry about a boss pass here. Boss pass was randomized out for once of a level. So not really much of a thing of an issue there.
7-Fort-1, so Mitch is gonna have to give up his hammer suit in order to complete the level.
Yeah, having to get rid of I would call it the best power-up in the game, personally. Again, required one of the couple levels where you have to fly in order to escape it. And of course, he has no other route around it, so sacrifices must be made here. Yeah, good old Teddy Ruxpin there. It's quite interesting that we had a level that was played in the last race earlier today, and we had a water level, and we learned the hard way that you don't use Tanuki statue in water levels. You sink fast, and the player cannot save them. And again, something you typically don't see too often in this game. You usually don't have a Tanuki in water, you know.
Them developers thinking ahead, though. That's exactly what should happen if you become a stone statue.
You know? And speaking of water stages, you see Mitch going through one of our lost levels. So there are 8 levels in the game that are not playable in the OG version. And whoa, those guys are having some issues down there on Mustard screen. Oh, I want to go down there and join them. So there are 8 levels that are part of the code of the original Vanilla Mario 3, but they have been added to the randomizer to be played. Some of them are like betas of other levels, and some of them just completely strange, like, hey, baby's first Mario Maker level type creations. And you see one of them there. There are 8 in the pool. You may not see them all, but usually they're short. But one of those is an auto-scroller. One of the only 2 auto-scrollers in the randomizer. The other one being 5-9, that diagonal scroller that such a time killer. Really is. Just a long level.
Thankfully, nowhere near as bad as during a normal speed run. Like the ship that Mitch is flying through.
Yeah, again, you can just fly over this, with the good power-ups, you can just fly over this stuff, part you normally have to go down, and especially that long World 4 airship that goes at like 1 miles per hour. So, and getting a one-hit RNG kill on Roy there. Again, HP of the Koopa Kids is randomized between 1 hit and 5 hits. And can't ask for better than 1 hit.
Mustard playing the card game again and picks himself up 2 items. Leaf in a music box, it looks like.
Yeah, Leaf is cool. Definitely want to power up. Music box, again, music boxes, some people don't really like them, but once in the randomizer, if you begin to have a pretty hefty inventory, music boxes will be kind of nice just to skip them. Because you only can have 20 items, and hopefully no one's going to have that many items in this race. But again, sometimes if you have a lot of hammers and clouds, like, hey, let's just leave it like that. You may have enough to kind of get through. You don't have too many of them. It is wasteful eventually at a certain point. Clouds, maybe not. Hammers, yeah. If you got like 9 hammers and you're halfway through, you're good. Mitch. Just floating on.
Yeah, that's sad. If you get the right pipe and say World 7, a hammer, 2 clouds, music box, you're already to the end.
You are ready. You sure are. And it sure can happen. And it may happen. Unfortunately, we're going to have to work a little hard this time in World 7. As you see Mitch now going through another one of the hidden levels. You ain't see this one as a kid. So again, he's going to take the upper route, but realizes he can't go through that pipe because he has no tail. He has no whip action. But he's going to have to go back left. Interesting to note, even though Mitch is someone who grinds world records, this is where it becomes a little normalized here because these are not familiar levels to them. And wow, where'd he come from?
That almost seemed preordained.
Man, came from the bottom of the level, and of course we got the Ooh, boy. Playing with pixels. Man, look at that. Clips, we are down to 8 frames a second. Mitch is trying to go back up because, well, you just want to go see the other side of those blocks he saw earlier. Gotta be a little careful there. Ah, boy.
Some of these lost levels, though, you can tell they're obvious betas. They may not have enemies, or they may look incomplete. They may even have the graph the end area onto it.
Yeah. There was some intern from Nintendo trying to impress the people. They let him go to Sega instead, apparently. Those levels weren't looking too hot. But here we go. HUmanMustard is going to slow down. Doesn't want to pick up any more lives. HUmanMustard is confident. You know, typically you see a lot of people with double-digit lives, but especially only being 2 worlds in because you just don't know what's going to happen. So HUmanMustard is going to take care of this hammer brother. Uh-oh, 2 fires. Not a problem. I'm just going to... Uh-oh. He hopped right when he tried to go for the block kill and gets a hammer out of it. Nice to note there. Now, by the way, if you didn't catch it earlier, if they happen to play the matching game, which for those who read your Nintendo Powers back in the day, you get a matching game every 80,000 points. So you can see that HUmanMustard is literally just 300 points away from getting another one to spawn on the map. And so when you match, the items you see are not what you get, and you won't know until you, as you saw earlier, taking a glance at the inventory.
Oh god, vanilla star in this fortress.
So nice, ain't it?
It's so nice, but still.
Heck, it could have been a star in the next block, then it would have been non-vanilla. Well, kind of like vanilla swirl then, right? A little half and half there or something.
That said, getting that star kill is nowhere near as easy as it looks.
Yeah. So they are on the same seed here. Right now, Mitch is trying to figure out, again, World 7 is like your big challenging level on how to get through it, because you're presented at the very beginning. You know, you got a free path to check, no levels, or taking the one path. So he's going to have to traverse here to figure out, how do I get through here? Trying to get to that right side of the map here. And as you can see, oh, that's not going to work. And this is the kind of level that can swing the race here. So Mitch has 2 pipes above 2. He's going to have to play it and pick a pipe again. And HUmanMustard can honestly catch up just by making a better pipe choice if possible. There's the matching card game.
Yeah, this world's extremely swingy with all the divergent paths and the randomized pipes.
Yeah. So far, who they fought so far? They fought World 1, and they have fought, who was our last Koopa kid? We had one hit Roy?
Yeah, the one with the pink shell, that was Roy.
Yep. Yep. So, again, getting through 1-5 there on HUmanMustard's screen, and let's see if Mitch can get to that right side. Again, this is another level where having a hammer can help if you happen to take a pipe that takes you right beside 7, 9, and see, Mitch finally gets to the right side of the map here. Again, having that one pipe on this level, on that one hammer, if you can find your way, you could potentially skip all these levels that Mitch just did, you know, depending on how the pipes take you, but looks like this seed is going to be forcing you to take a longer path, whether you want it or not. Here we go.
7-9 giving us a hand level, looks like the 3rd one.
Yeah. So all those little hand levels are mixed into the regular level pools. Hand levels don't unlock any locks. So all the numerical stages, the hand levels, as I mentioned earlier, they all fall into the same level pool of shuffling. All the forts that you see Mitch on now, those along with all of the tank type levels, the tank, the super navy, and all those ships. All those levels all mix into the same one, except for the original one, the first tank level. And having to use a little different strats here because I get a lot of Starmen lately, looks like.
Yeah, putting on a clinic there with those stars. Normally, A runner like him would try to go through it with the tail just flying around everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, Music Box can put those piranha stages to sleep. But again, he has a star, so let's rock with it. He's going to get an item for sure. Hopefully he gets a hammer or a cloud. And he's going to Mitch Flowerpower for the Hammer Brothers Society. Getting his like prized like pixel there. I'm sure he loves that.
And over on the left screen, HUmanMustard doing the advanced 6 Fortress 1 strat, running across the spikes. He misses that second star though, so we ain't gonna be seeing a second star kill.
Indeed. So Mitch is about to be done with his third world here. He's gonna go there up. Look at that. He just lost frames. I'm gonna have to get on Mitch. He just lost like 2 frames for not being on the ground, grabbing the wand here. Unacceptable.
You don't want to get too swaggy in one of these randomizers.
Watch him lose by 2 frames. See. Yes. Don't watch him. Don't listen. Don't practice what he's preaching right now. Those are bad strats there. So as you can see, Fred, I want my SMB. He has laid this game with tons of quotes for our viewing pleasures there. Fortunately with the matching, you end up missing a lot of them. So I would encourage you, if you want to play this randomizer yourself, if you type exclamation SMB3R, you'll be presented with the links to the tournament, the challenge bracket, as well as a little overview of what's randomized, and a link to download this thing and play it for yourselves on your totally legal emulators and flash drives and consoles and mobile devices for those who just want to really challenge their playing abilities.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if you speedrun this or not. If you haven't played it in 10 years, randomize it. It feels like a whole new game. Honest.
It is. It's like, seriously, it's like 100 million games for the price of one or none, I guess, depending on your circumstances. Good old Hotfoot there. Oh man, we got a boot. Oh man, the boot just sitting there. It's like, Brad, what's up?
What a troll, Boo.
Oh boy. So bobbing him with his firepower. Meanwhile, HUmanMustard has fire, and just evades the fire chain monster there. Now you see Mitch taking advantage of that hammer in World 4's map. Again, being able to skip the front, almost the front half of the level there. And a little bonk action there. Again, this is another one of those hidden levels here. Just gotta go straight up. We saw this level a little earlier in another race. They actually had a frog suit. It was pretty sweet to actually see a level where you have to swim straight up as a frog. Pretty neat looking.
I saw that. That was a thing of beauty.
Yeah. Woo! And HUmanMustard, I think he just got saved by the cheap for once. Almost slipped off into the hot tomato sauce there. Mitch gonna play a little matching game here. Representing for Team Canada, matching. And rip. There's got 2 items there, and looks like he picks up, what was that, a P-Wing and a
leaf.
Yeah. So all kinds of flying ability for him.
Oh, those Fire Brothers in that layout. Such tight quarters. If you don't have fire or hammer yourself, you pretty good chance you're going to lose your power up.
Hot and sour sauce. It's hot and sour soup. Maybe it's hot and sour. I don't know. You must say one of them new generation Chinese restaurants. Hot sauce.
I could go for some hot and sour soup right now.
I totally had Chinese today, by the way. I did. I didn't have any egg rolls, though. I had sweet and sour chicken and house fried rice.
I had fried rice and shrimp and garlic sauce earlier.
Oh. Look, we're not going to turn this into a food chat, doggone it. Food chats are too addictive on Twitch for some reason. So, Mitch is going to take care of this fortress here. By the way, if you haven't noticed, in the randomizer, you have the option. It doesn't affect the seeding. You can actually either have the music randomized as well or that. Apparently, Mitch just sent the Hotfoot to his family down there, I guess you could say.
And HUmanMustard getting trolled by Ludwig's hitbox, which does tend to be a little bit wonky when he has a high step like that.
Yeah, those hitboxes don't collide correctly, and the game says, you fail. And that's what happens, unfortunate times. Is this even me? Spoiler, I can't stand egg rolls. I just sing about them on TV. Nah. But here we go. So HUmanMustard wraps up the third world there. Mitch just about finished the halfway point, I guess you could say, of this.
And another one-hit Koopa kill.
Man, what is going on? The Koopa kids are just soft in this seed here. Not even putting up a fight. So more doom the music there. Get ready to see what world is coming up next. HUmanMustard is going to be falling behind right now in the same world there. So I think HUmanMustard has a hammer as well. So HUmanMustard will be able to skip the first 3 stages of the level here. Having 2 hammers there. At least 2. Oh yeah.
2 hammers and a cloud, and you're right to the ship.
Yep, and he has an anchor. Now he could play the anchor, and the anchor could be a hammer.
Yeah, but decided not to take the risk, and instead in 5-3.
Yep. So the anchor, if you don't know, anchor is literally the best item ever in Mario 3. Nah, no one really likes it, and when you got it as a kid, you probably didn't know what it did in the first place. Anchors usually prevent the airships. In fact, that's the only purpose. Prevents the airships from flying away if you die on them for some reason. We got half a sun over there on Mitch's screen. Man, half a sun. Oh, never mind. The sun left us. He's gone. But in the randomizer, because airships don't move if you die, they award you a random inventory item. So it could be anything. Everything is free game except for whistles, because whistles have been removed from the randomizer based on the tournament settings. So everything else is fair game. Yeah, we had some really fast seeds earlier there. I mean, we actually had people who had gotten through the first 6 worlds in 30 minutes. I mean, it was really fast, and then it got bad. You know, to balance it out.
Yay, another lost level.
Yep. Again, a very awkward scrolling. The sky is scrolling up and down. What? How does that even work?
I guess it didn't work well enough, which is probably why it got taken out of the production game.
Yep, another one of those Mario Maker interns trying to make their first levels, and the developers like, nope. And Mitch,
wrecked.
God, assaulted by the hammer. The hammer is literally bigger than Small Mario. Or is that actually Green Mario, which I kind of like right now. So using a star, again, is pretty common that almost any time you see it, not gonna say any time, but most times if you have a star and you've got a hammer, dude, just use a star, get it out of the way quickly. Especially if you end up with the dreaded water arena with double fire brothers. And you're little, that is the worst. That is seriously the worst thing that could happen in this game, in my opinion.
I lost a couple practice runs to that specific scenario, and they just sit on you if you have bad luck.
And how many lives did you lose?
I lost about 11 in a row.
I'm telling you, they stun lock you, and you can't use an item. They stay right on top of you, and not fun. It's Luigi. Luigi ain't that thick. He used to be a little bit taller and not as plump as Mario.
And his jumps are better.
Yeah. So again, this lovely level here, this level has a tendency to be very, very laggy, where Mitch is about to go into, depending on the enemy spawns, and not getting the cheap fest. Oh, we got some bloopers to deal with.
Blocking him from that power up.
Yep. Interesting enough, kind of when it slows down, you have a little more time to react, but still a lot of bloopers, but he's going to get past this. Not as bad as it could have been, that's for sure.
Nobody likes this level. Not even in vanilla.
Just going to get past this last little portion here. Watch out for that enemy. You haven't lived until you had a boss bass right at the end of that pipe. That is fantastic when you see a boss bass in. Just when you think you're home free, gulp, dead. And back to start you go.
Fun for us, but it's annoying for the person who had to go through that stage and then, nom.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've told some of the runners that if they are willing to race a more interesting seed, we'll put that in quotes, I'll be more than happy to provide them with a nice little. It's a seed that will probably make the viewers happy to enjoy it and watch it for sure. Maybe not the runners, but they want to spice up the game even more than it already is. So Mitch getting through World 7's airship here. Again, able to speed that one up. And we've got Big Boy here. No stun lock.
But a lot of HP on Morton.
Yeah, Morton is trying to get a little fight here.
I guess he had to make up for those 1 HP Koopa kids.
Yeah. Yep. So everybody else was kind of slacking in their strength there. So Mitch will be done with his 5th world. I'm about to say HUmanMustard. Brother's hungry, ain't he? HUmanMustard what is a HUmanMustard anyway? That sounds strange.
HUmanMustard sounds so divine. We gotta stop talking about food.
I'm sorry, I know. It's all late anyway. So he's going to get a mushroom. Make sure you all drink more Ovaltine. And of course, we're going to do a quick pipe check here. Again, could take him to behind the rock over there. And behind the rock. And he is hammerless. So he will have to go. Yeah, unfortunate there. Now, he can just easily wall jump this level. I'm not impressed. You see the sun there in the background? So one thing about the wall jump is that the wall jump when you're actually big Mario is a little bit different when you're small. You have a slightly different physics set when you're big. It's actually easiest when you're little. You have to kind of jump a little bit different here. Again, it is quicker to go for this than to play the level. Eventually, you just want to go play it and get it over with. But Mitch is going to let you know bump this. So he's going to take the upper path here. Trying to avoid that water. Again, one of these levels that, sometimes you kind of didn't know how to get out this level. It's a power up in that note block, but a little baby. Isn't it cute?
Yeah, too bad I can't nom on you.
Yeah.
Well, too bad for us watching anyways.
Yeah, anytime you see the single cheap that's kind of, like the baby boss bass, that is a place where a boss bass could have spawned at. So that could have been interesting as he got near the end. All of a sudden, gulp, gulp. One thing I think about a randomizer is that if you're someone that watches a lot of speed runs, you end up seeing levels that you would probably never see them play unless they're doing, say, 100% run. And I really like that aspect of it.
And even then, they know the bad levels are coming, so they usually just P-wing or clip through them.
Yeah.
In this, they don't know what's coming, so they have no chance to prepare unless they decide to take an intentional death.
Indeed. So Mitch is sitting here in 6-5 here again, requiring the other level requiring you to fly out of here, and another place where the item block is not randomized because we have to make sure you can still beat the level. So again, one of those locations where the items are hard coded to avoid that soft lock potential, and of course he knows how to get out of this place. Even takes a gift. He just had lucky timing. That's all.
And I've noticed it's also going to give you at least something that could be whipped into a shell to take up there with you, because you could end up with little nibblers or spinies or something that you can't just stomp out the way.
Yeah, we haven't seen any fire nippers yet, and we haven't seen some really trolly locations of fire nippers. Especially, I tweeted one today what someone had in a practice race. We had, I believe we had, I want to say 5-8, where it's one of the cloud levels, and right beside the pipe there was a nipper just sitting there, just blocking the pipe, and the player at the time was Small Mario. So just lost a power up and rip. Just sitting there looking at you. So it's fantastic how it happens sometimes. Now, you know right now, if HUmanMustard has that hammer, so HUmanMustard can pick up some ground right here, because HUmanMustard can skip one ant or two or three depending on the route choice. So all of a sudden, HUmanMustard is only 2 stages behind now.
That's that item management at work, and HUmanMustard's also been clearing that end card a lot better.
Yeah, had one more, he could have already been on 6-4 there. So not too far behind right now. But going to have to play this level here. Literally 1 stage behind right now. 1 stage. Showing you right now how vital your hammer use. Taking that time to maybe spend 30 seconds, 20, 30 seconds on a matching game might save you here, as you can see, 3 minutes. So Mitch, going for that ever popular 7-1 clip here. 3rd try, failure. 4th try.
This elevator section in 6 Fortress 3 for HUmanMustard, that is a bad layout of enemies. Yeah. Especially the one Hotfoot deciding he's gonna move wherever he wants.
Yeah, Mitch 8 tries to get that clip. I know he's like, man, come on, bruh. Actually, I believe the word he says on his stream is frick. I think that's the word or something like that. I don't know. Of course, one thing about Hotfoot, if you didn't notice already, Hotfoot has a crazy brother or sister, whatever you want to call it. By default, the Hotfoots stop when you look at them. But on this version, oh man, socked. The athletic socks in the 80s just bopped them. But Hotfoot has another version of it that actually walks any way they want to, regardless of which way you're facing. Frig, oh, I can't understand his Canadian accent, you know. Nah, I pick on all the time about that. I don't know what he's talking about. It's going above the barrier there.
You boy.
Watch out. Man, look, uh-oh, we got some issues here. You have the coin ship and the Hammer Brother on top of each other. Gotta be a little careful there. Sometimes, because you can get yourself, anyone that's played this game, sometimes those Hammer Brothers moving and moving so they can not overlap each other. So again, HUmanMustard is doing the flight, but one thing about using a P-Wing here is that it actually becomes slow because your vertical momentum is much slower than you running. So, you know, it's nice to fly over it, but it does make you go slow in a horizontal fashion. Very quick slowdown. So, ooh, a hammer suit. Hey, look at there, Terrell got the hammer suit back he used earlier.
Gonna be very nice for later.
Yep. So again, our players don't know where they are. Each other player is. Interesting note, as I said, if you have lives and you have the items, again, not uncommon to take a quick death and use something that will be more suitable. Now, HUmanMustard is pretty close to Mitch, but you know, playing these extra hammers is starting to. That gap is starting to increase a little bit, but you never know. We might have another cloud here or something. And oh man, Dunda.
Yeah, another P-Wing, which isn't the most terrible thing. Yeah. You saw Mitch get that swag kill on 8 Fortress 1?
Yeah, so here comes the sun. Sun becomes active halfway through. And oh boy, gotta back the thing up right there. Yes, thank you, chat. Dunda. That's what everybody should be spamming every time we hear that falling music. HUmanMustard loving the P-Wing strats right now. Again, unfortunately, not any ground to really run to keep your speed up here. And uh-oh, Mitch is looking for new strats, apparently. He's done with 6'10". Oh, and 6'9" deals on the same card. Man. Mitch is getting denied here, and he goes with the P-Wing strats like HUmanMustard. Man, P-Wing city's all over the place here. But he's going the upper path here. You'll never see him up here unless it's a randomizer. I don't know. I just get a kick out of them dying repeatedly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bad person, but
Yeah, it does even things up a little bit.
ooh, and not making the door there. So they're gonna have to go hit the P-switch again. And of course, the smart thing is to stay small. Oh, if we got a star, we can make it. If we can go fast. We can make it a boom boom. That lovely star RNG, so we can get a boom boom kill. Another boom boom kill again. Usually in the game, only one place in the entire game in vanilla can you kill a boom boom with a star. But thanks to the randomizer, opens up a lot more opportunities for it. So this is pretty close here. I mean, this is a pretty close match here. And again, we still have, World 8, which is its own pipe maze of itself. So, some wrong choices there could put HUmanMustard in the lead. You never know.
That extra hammer making all the difference. He was almost a world behind at one point.
Indeed. Like I said, Mitch is, let's see, Mitch is about to spawn, well, after he starts World, because you can't get a matching game at the very beginning of the level if you happen to cross over the threshold. So, his next hammer would be at, probably, I don't know if he got it already or not, but 720,000 points will give him another one. Oh boy, we got a lot of hits on Iggy here. So he will be done with his 6th world here. HUmanMustard again, just a couple of stages behind here. Yeah, they have the same. They have the same seed. The streamers. Well, they are the streamers. They do have the ability to choose Mario's color. Doesn't change the seed any, but they can change the palette there. And of course, some people may be playing on console or emulator, so you may see slight palette differences. Just in luminosity and hue and all those TV type words. And
skip the whole world.
So again, this is the second seed tonight that has had the God RNG on the pipe. So we're going to have no time. We're going to have another pair of sub 2-minute worlds. And he goes for the clip on the airship. You ain't going to see that in the auto scroller.
Actually, he usually goes for that particular clip for swag.
Yeah, he always does. So again, these players have the same seed. So HUmanMustard will be able to benefit from that exact same pipe choice, unless for some reason HUmanMustard forgets to check the pipe, which you should always check your pipes in Randomizer, especially ones that are prior to any levels being played. So that means that right now, HUmanMustard, in order for HUmanMustard to catch up, Mitch is going to have some tough luck in navigating through World 8. And it has happened today several times where people have gone a completely wrong path, only having to backtrack all the way back to the first screen and try the second pipe there. So, or we could have like World 3 just went, and the first pipe after this tank stage could be, the path of destiny. And we have no choice this time. We have to play 7-5. Ooh. And this can be bad. We can have these fire chomps. We can have Bertha in here, Boss Bass. He's going to get the clips here, take out part of that level there. He's going to go for this one, misses it. Definitely going to try for all the clips here.
Maybe we'll give that king back his wand when he's willing to admit there's 5 lights.
Yeah, right. So again, he's going to see if he's going to go for the clip down here. Usually everybody well, I'm going to say everybody, but some of the veterans will go for the clip you'll see down here. They're going to hit the blocks and then wall jump the clip. And yeah, pretty easy clip when you have that set up. So Mitch is going to be done with that stage again. Going to save a lot of time for going for the clips there. But let's see what the first pipe takes us. Will it be Destiny? The perfect RNG again?
Not quite.
So this is where it comes interesting. Mitch decided to go back. Now the thing is, the path that he went to could have been correct, or the hand path could be correct. And so we don't know which one is going to be the right answer yet. So now that HUmanMustard is about to start World 8, HUmanMustard could take the other path, and we may have a change here. We don't know.
Realistically, what you want to see world map-wise in this particular world is the Dark World, because there's so many different pipes you can go through.
Yep. That is where the bulk of all the pipes are in the world, and there's a higher odds, but, you know, like a race today, that higher odds paid out to be a bad gamble because every pipe on that screen either looped to each other or it went back to the first screen. It was like, oh, so unfortunate. So Mitch is going to try out the second pipe, and, well, we're on the dark screen. So he's going to have to beat this fort. This will open up right now. This will open up 3 additional pipes on this map. And you heard Terrelin just say, this is the screen you prefer to be on. Most options. Hopefully, you don't have these two connecting to each other. One could take you behind the lock on the hand screen, which is bad. The other two could loop to each other on the same screen, which is bad. Which means you either have to go back across the hands, or you have to play 8-2 and 8-1 backwards. And hope that's the right choice. Mustard is gonna... Ooh.
I know that a lot of these runners don't want to see having to go through the hand path, because the best thing you can do is avoid them, and you don't get any say in it.
Kind of stinks if you beat them, and if you get through them with no hands, and you have to traverse back across them, like, uh-oh. And, uh-oh, did I jinx it? He gets put behind the lock and has to go back.
Commentator curse in there.
So again, he still has 2 more pipes he can check here. Hopefully this one doesn't take him to the other side of the lock. And we have found Bowser. So it looks like Mitch will be on the way to potential victory here. HUmanMustard trying to do it this 7-5 map here. Yep. Literally go time. Okay, this ain't no Zaldo. Yeah, usually on 7-5. 7-5, if you don't go for clips, another strat is to use your P-Wing. Forcing you from not having to, first of all, you can use that block, that little single brick to skip going down the first time, and then you can fly over the hidden block gaps and not have to do that portion where he just hit the other ones. Mitch gonna burn through his whole inventory here. Just because, why not? So since Mitch has no flower power, how does that work? Mitch has no flower power. Said that. He has no flower power and he has no hammer. He's gonna have to do the longer kill on Bowser here.
He could check that power up below the door, but I don't think... Nope, he's gonna
go for it. And look at there, of course he gets a flower. His name has been upgraded back up to Mitch Flower Power. So he's gonna go back up, go on the upper path here, shorter path to Bowser. Yeah.
That stage HUmanMustard's on. I hate trying to play that stage in Rando.
Yeah, that's the stage where the player got blocked by a nipper at the very end, and was small, just had to sit there and just die. And speaking of death, Bowser is dead. Peach has been obtained, and Mitch will win the race here. It was a close one for a little bit, you know. Everybody's not too far apart, and Mitch has done it. He has completed with a time of, since his time is a little off here, it's roughly about 48-46 with his timing issues here. But about 48-46, we'll go back and time it so we can make sure we have it accurate for the leaderboard. So congratulations to Mitch Flower Power, our winner of the match here. And we're going to see if we can go give a little powwow to our winner. A little winner here.
Anyway, while we wait on that, HUmanMustard getting through and finds himself behind a locked door in Dark World.
Yeah. So, Mitch Flowerpower, congratulations on your unexpected win, man.
Thank you. Unexpected. Was he
Yeah.
catching up?
Yeah.
Hot damn. Is it because of my World 6?
Well, one thing is, actually, I say World 6 did have a hammer though. Did catch up there. Because you did have to, you were out of hammers there. You were hammerless. You did not represent for the Hammer Brothers Society.
I didn't. I used up all my hammers quite quick. Yeah.
Yes. No surprise. I know you have this addiction for hammers though. But tell me, man, what had the seed though? You had obviously World 3 was nothing. You know, you had the God pipe, so who cares about
This
that?
seed was full of stars. I don't know.
Yes,
Like
there were a lot of stars.
There's stars everywhere. The Hammer Brothers that I did fight were not nice to me. I got a bunch of music boxes. It was horrible. Aside from that, it wasn't so bad. We had now when we did the race with Sky and Pooh, we had the free World 7, not free World 3. But this time we got the free World 3, but World 7 was not kind to me. I was running around there. Was there a shortcut, or did Mustard have to go through the same kind of path?
Basically the same path. The only deviation you all really made was in World 3, just having the extra hammer on Mustard's side there. But
like he got a hammer from World 3? Because World 3 took us straight to the castle.
No. Actually, no. He did matching game. He did additional matching game and had an extra hammer there. Oh,
shoot. Dang.
Yeah, man. Those hammers, I'm telling you.
Oh, I went for the matchmaking games whenever they popped up. I only got like a couple matches, P-Wings.
Yeah.
P-Wings and stuff. So it was pretty fun. Man, I had a good time.
Yeah, man. Yes, this is your first tournament race.
That's right.
Know? So, what do you think, man? Do you think you can take it home, or, you know?
Oh, I don't know. This one felt exceptionally slow this seed, but I mean, that's to be expected with the seeds, right? You got to go in not being like, oh, I hope this seed's good, right? You just got to kind of use your wits and your muscle memory.
Oh yeah, and that's what happens. You know, prime example. You know, we did the exhibition race, and we had seeds there. But just to give you an example, you know, we did a seed yesterday, and the winning time, like Sky won her race, and it was like a 56. It was just so bad. I mean, World 8 was trolly.
Yeah. World 8 was even trolly here a little bit too.
Yeah, like in fact, right now, HUmanMustard actually took a little bit longer path than you because you immediately went back on the hand map and did the other level.
Yeah, I have like a little strategy which I don't mind sharing with anyone, but the idea is that there's so many other pipes other than the ones that cross the hands that if you can manage to connect both pipes in that hand section, then you can eliminate even having to go through the hands at all. So once I came out of a pipe in front of the hands, and then I went back, and then I came out of a pipe that was behind the hands, I knew I didn't have to do the hands. Yeah. I don't want to have to flip-flop back and forth, getting pulled in, not pulled in, you know, so...
Yeah, we were definitely talking about that one.
Yeah. So I stopped my timer about 30 seconds later, as like
I know you're cheating.
I forgot to start my timer right away, so I gave myself a 30-second penalty.
I know you cheated. I'm gonna disqualify you for that.
No. Oh, let's see, this is a star. I got so lucky at the end in Bowser's Castle, though. I was banking on that one power-up being a fire flower.
Dude, I literally called you Mitch. I said, that's like Mitch has no flower power. I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, 10 seconds later, there it is. I'm like, dang you, man.
So that power-up is actually normally a leaf. They don't actually give you fire flower in Bowser's Castle. I guess they want you to fire flower him. So we got to
make sure you send Fred a thank you note for that one.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'll thank him for all the music box and stars he gave me. I'm like, I told myself in some worlds, I said, you know what, get these Hammer Brothers, trust me. It's gonna pay off at the end if I got hammers. And what do I use a star, I get a star. I use a star, I get a star.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on.
Taylor, what you got from Mitch here?
I saw you putting on that clip, Nick, there throughout this run, clipping every place you could.
I was trying, yeah. I think I spent a solid 30 seconds in that 6-9 level. I just couldn't even get the sub-pixel values. No, yeah, it wasn't working for me.
Cheating, man, cheating.
The cheating. Hey, now it's in the strategy guide.
Hey, how dare you press buttons on your controller? We don't want that mess.
Yeah,
Peter.
Come on now. Tool-assisted speedrun. You have to do it without the controller. Ooh, this is close.
Mustard.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it didn't respawn. Why? Oh
hey,
no.
Man.
You
It
gotta
was
go alternate,
randomized
right?
out. Whoa, boy, that was close to that Poodaboo there. But gonna get the hammer kill on Bowser, so this will be literally a 2-3 second fight at best. Or worse,
here we go.
for that matter, you know. As long as we don't die.
Like that power up 2 is randomized, so that could have been a fire flower. But I wasn't gonna take this path.
Oh
no!
Oh!
The pain and suffering.
Oh, dang it! I just saw that.
So we're gonna get to see more cheating here. So
well, this is gonna be harder because the gap in the floor is one. He knows the legless. Right on.
So yeah, take note, all you runners, all those people who are like, oh my god, how is he cheating? You know, before you put it on a YouTube video and half of the world thinks you cheated. Yes, that is by design. Well,
Yes.
bad design, I guess you're gonna call it. So,
All right. Well, I'll probably head out then. Yeah. Right on.
well,
Thanks for having me,
congrats,
guys.
man.
Lots
And
of fun.
I would wish you luck in your next race, but why waste my breath? I mean, you're already gonna probably do good anyway, but you never know.
No. He was catching up to me that race. I could have lost. You know, I could have been lost in World 8 and done some, randomly spawned fish. You never know.
Yeah, that's right. Those randomizers can put these godlike speedrunners in check here from time to time. It's gonna happen. So, yeah, man.
Right.
Have a good night, brother, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, guys.
And we're gonna get HUmanMustard in here and let HUmanMustard talk about this as well.
I know. I'm definitely looking forward to Mitch's next race. Another hype clip, Nick.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's expected for, again, you have a lot of people in the tournament, not a whole lot, but you have a several very good runners of the game who, they use that speed run mentality, clip here, clip everything you can, to save some frames here. And we've got HUmanMustard here who was saving some frames, catching up to Mitch there at one point there. What's going on, HUmanMustard? HUmanMustard confirmed dead. The race was just too much.
I'll say this much: that extra hammer he was carrying in World 6, that could have made all the difference.
Yep, I'm telling you, always check the pyramid. No, wait a minute, no, not the pyramid. I'm sorry, wrong. This is the wrong commentary. Always try those in cards from time to time, man. You never know what you may get. Telling you. But by the way, while we try to get HUmanMustard, I want to remind you all, excuse me as I lose my voice, I'm talking today. If you haven't already, make sure you follow those runners. Help Terrell and them dying here. I can't.
Oh God, you need to get some rest, man.
I need some more sweet and sour sauce or something here.
Yeah, honey and lemon may work better.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, make sure you follow these runners. HUmanMustard and mitchflowerpower. Make sure, if you haven't already, if you haven't noticed, a lot of the races, we got a lot of randomizer races that are spread between Speed Gaming's networks and Randomizer networks. So make sure you follow all 8 of those channels. So everywhere you would have Speed Gaming, Speed Gaming 2, 3, and 4, swap the word Speed Gaming with the word Randomizer 2, 3, and 4, because these races, especially the randomizers, not just this randomizer, but all the randomizers could be spread between all these, with there being so many tournaments going on at the moment. So keep an eye on all 8 channels. And of course, shout out to Randomizer, who is Randomizer channels are basically helping out with a lot of the overflow from Speed Gaming. So tell your friends to not forget about Randomizer, because without them, we wouldn't have a place to restream except our own streams, basically, because of them being so packed. So shout out to those people who are working so hard using their own computers and stuff. HUmanMustard, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, buddy?
You tell me, how was this race for you? How was this seed for you?
Actually, I think the seed was pretty easy. Not to. I just wasn't on my A game, and if you're going against Mitch, you got to be on your A game, and I just wasn't had it tonight. The seed was not too difficult though. Not too bad.
Mitch was definitely trying to go for all the clips and stuff, trying to save as much time as possible. That's for sure.
I don't know if he went for many end cards, but I went for a lot of end cards, and they didn't really end up in my favor either.
Well, the only
He
one that
didn't
really
know.
helped you was what World 6 map, because you had a hammer, he didn't. So you were one stage behind.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Heck,
I
if
thought
he'd
I
had-
figured I was
Right
way
there.
behind.
If he'd
Oh,
had a
no.
second hammer, he'd have caught him.
What was
Yeah.
Mitch's time?
Mitch had a 48-43-ish.
That's real nice for that seed. That is real nice for that.
Yeah, very generous. You know, we had a super short World 3, so
Yeah,
that
we got
was
lucky on that
nothing.
one.
Yeah, definitely that one. World 7 wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. You know, but
I think I got lucky on World 7 too. I just happened to go into the right pipes.
that's what you need. You need a little luck on this one, that's for sure, on those pipe maze levels.
I tried to take a risk in World 8 and went across the hands, but it didn't pay out.
Yeah. Mitch actually, when he went backwards immediately when he saw it took him to the hands, so he went back the other way, which
I
usually worked out for him.
I usually do, and then the seed just trolls me, and I have to go back anyway. So I figured I might as well just go for it now. I figured I was behind, and he didn't finish the race yet, so maybe that could have helped, but it didn't turn out my way either.
Yeah, but don't worry, man. You got everybody's got tons of races here. Hey, you don't think about Mitch anymore, at least not right now, anyway.
I think he was my number one person to get through, and I didn't come in thinking. I think I did pretty good actually. It wasn't too bad, but Mitch he was on his A game tonight, and he did really good. I gotta give shout outs to him. He did real good.
Don't worry, I'll tell you a secret. He's scared of playing Skybills.
Everybody should be scared of playing Skybills. I'm going for Fonzoid though to win the whole thing.
Oh, really? Fonzoid?
Fonzoid's a good player.
Maybe
He's
we'll
been
have
helping me
some.
practice, and he's real good.
We'll have some off-stream betting in bitcoins before they go down to complete zero in value, and we can make a little money on that, eh?
But I want to just thank you to Big John. You're the man, and the other commentator. You guys did a lot of work. You guys did a lot of work, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, we have a lot of commentators. In fact, we don't have the Mario 3 Randomizer has not as many commentators as some other tournaments like Zelda and whatnot, but there are a lot of people who are volunteering their time. In fact, we had another race going on actually simultaneously over on Randomizer 3.
Yeah, I want to go check that out myself.
Yeah,
don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me.
Oh, I didn't even have it open. I had to stop watching because I had to go commentate this one.
Gotcha.
So I don't know what happened on that one. So, but again, that was over on Randomizer 3. It started at 30 minutes before your race started. So I don't know what happened. I have to go check the vibe myself because I gotta go update the stuff. So, but yeah, check that out. And HUmanMustard, again, I'm going to wish you future success on your races. You still got
Thank you
three
very much.
more matches.
I'm gonna go.
2 more matches.
I'm gonna go practice right now. In fact, I need a lot more practice. I should have practiced before Mitch, but I didn't quite have the time. But I think there'll be a rematch somewhere in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that you had some knowledge of the game, man. Because I saw you going for something. Okay, yeah, casual wouldn't know about all that stuff, or someone that's played for the first time. So, I think you'll be okay, man. I think
I've been playing since 1992, so it's all good.
Oh, excuse me. So you got a couple years experience. My bad.
I got a dip, but thank you all. Y'all been great.
All right. Well, you have yourself a good night, my friend.
You too, buddy. Take care.
All right. Well, Terlin, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye to all our company now here, I guess.
Yep. I know one thing, though. I'm definitely pulling for Skybills to win it all. Gotta pull for that girl power.
The girl power, I'm telling you, yeah, Sky has been playing this a lot. A lot of us who have been playing this since, I guess, nearly its inception, have played this, and it's just so fun. I mean, the randomizer world has just taken everybody by storm, and not just this, but there are so many randomizers that people, us gamers who have programmed. Fred programmed this one. He programmed Zelda 1. He has a Mega Man 3 randomizer out.
Oh my god.
There's so many. In fact, just to give a little cross-site promotion here, if you are actually interested in some of the other randomizers that are available, not just the Mario 3 randomizer, you can find out by typing exclamation SMB3R, but there are some other randomizers. In fact, I'm going to drop a link in chat for those who are curious. It's basically the known list of basically any randomizer that's out there. just about every randomizer. And there's a list right there. Nora is already on point. So
He's been doing
sites
a
that
lot.
Google. Oh, I know. So like sites that Google is usually one I give. It usually has the most. I don't know. Somebody probably made one while we're doing this race for them. But I mean, you got Super Metroid randomized. You got Final Fantasy. You got Dragon Warrior, and one I just played the GoldenEye randomizer, which is always fun when the enemies have golden guns and one hit kill you. Not fun.
I've been playing the heck out of the Final Fantasy one myself. I even made a compatible ROM hack for it.
Oh, look at there. Even Terrell's in here doing some beast programming stuff here. So, tell you. So, anyways, you all, I guess that'll do it for us today. Again, check the schedule. We do have 3 matches tomorrow at 3, 6, and 10 p.m. Eastern time. So again, check the schedule. We're not sure exactly which channel they'll be on as of yet. I believe the 6 p.m. one will be on one of the speed gaming channels, and I'm not sure about the other 2. They'll probably end up on Randomania, one of the 4 channels here. But again, keep it on the schedule so you know where it's going to be. That and all the other stuff that's going on. So with that being said, got anything else, Terrell?
It's been an honor and a privilege to commentate with you.
Oh, they ain't all that important. I pee like anybody. I ain't special. But yeah, it's been awesome, cool. First time commenting with you, and of course, I wish you wait a minute, you're in this tournament too. What am I talking about here? Shoot.
I'm not in this tournament. I just commentate a bunch of them.
Well, you're in it, doggone it. You're commentating. This is important as the runners. So, again, you all have yourselves a good night. I'm gonna go find me something to drink. My throat is parched, and you will have a good one. And again, tomorrow, 3 more races. 3 tomorrow, more on Saturday. Again, people are going to still be scheduling their races. We got over 50, 60, 70 races. So if you miss one, well, you wouldn't know because you're going to be watching this stream right now. But that's it, yo. Have a good night. Have a good weekend if I don't see you again.
Let's say les bons relais. Good night, y'all.